Okay, so today we are going to have meeting 4, and it is about rules and freedom part 2. Last meeting yesterday we have already learned about rules and freedom part 1, focusing on present, obligation and permission. And now we are going to talk about obligation and permission, but in the past. Jadi konteksnya adalah di masa lalu atau di masa lampau ya. Okay, so here is the learning objective. You're going to be able, or you are going to learn about the use of modal verbs for obligation and permission in the past. And then, let's see, because we talk about something in the past, ya, karena konteks kita adalah masa lalu. Okay, so here I have a picture for you. This is the picture of people. What is it called? It is in the court, ya. Di pengadilan. Nah, this is the court in the past. We have the judge, and we also have some juries, and here is the audience ya. I do not know what case is that. Ini kasusnya nggak tahu ya, karena ada hewan di sini. Nah, we will talk about laws in the past. Jadi hukum di masa yang lalu, di konteks lampau ya. But before that, we will start with the reading. I believe that you already know that in the past there is a discrimination, ya. Jadi ada diskriminasi. There was discrimination, racism. Nah, so inequality. Jadi there is no justice among all groups in the society, ya. For example, in the past you have racism, even up to now ya, mungkin sampai sekarang juga sebenarnya masih ada itu sisa-sisa rasisme ya. So in the past, when we talk about United Kingdom and also United States ya, there was discrimination against the black people ya. Jadi ada diskriminasi terhadap orang-orang dari ras kulit hitam, those coming from Africa. So most of them were treated unequally. Jadi mereka itu tidak tidak diberikan hak yang sama. So there was inequality, ada ketidaksetaraan. So usually they were inferior rather than the white people. Jadi posisinya itu ada di bawah dari white people. Orang kulit hitam itu kastanya dianggap rendah daripada kulit putih ya. So usually they were treated as slaves. Jadi mereka dijadikan sebagai budak, and usually they were not paid. Biasanya mereka tidak dibayar ya. So jadi budak gratisan. So that's inequality or discrimination toward the black people coming from Africa. And also in the USA, we can also find discrimination against the woman. Nah, jadi ternyata in the USA, there was also discrimination toward women. Mungkin sampai sekarang juga masih ya, because a lot of cultures relied on patriarki ya. Jadi kebanyakan culture budaya di dunia itu berdasarkan pada patriarki or patriarkal. Jadi ditarik dari garis ayah. So that's why most in most cultures men are more superior than women. Jadi laki-laki itu lebih superior, lebih punya posisi yang tinggi daripada perempuan. But nowadays there is feminism ya. Sekarang ini sudah ada feminisme yang berjuang untuk menyetarakan hak-hak antara laki-laki dan perempuan. Nah, we will talk about this in the past, in the context of United States of America. Let's see here. In the 19th century, female teachers in the USA couldn't get married. Nah, adil nggak ini? Kita lihat ya. Female teachers in the USA couldn't get married. Jadi guru perempuan di Amerika itu tidak bisa apa di sini? Tidak bisa menikah or even go out with men, atau bahkan pergi keluar dengan laki-laki, dating ya. Nah, so it's very injustice, sangat-sangat tidak adil. If they got engaged, they had to resign from their job immediately. Ketika mereka itu bertunangan, engage ya, they had to resign from their job. Jadi mereka harus keluar dari pekerjaan. Okay, male teachers on the other hand could get married and have children without any problem. Oke, adil nggak ini kira-kira? Perlakuan untuk female teachers dan male teachers in the USA in the 19th century, pada abad ke-19. Menurut kalian adil apa enggak?
Enggak, Miss.
Enggak ya. Oke. Kalau kalian hidup di masa lalu di USA, kemudian kalian jadi teacher ya, jadi guru. Nah, kalian hanya bisa single all the time ya. Because you could not get married, nggak boleh menikah. Kalau mau menikah, ya berarti harus resign, harus keluar dari pekerjaan. Artinya kalian tidak punya pekerjaan, ya. So it's very unfair, ya, sangat-sangat tidak adil. Now let's see here, we have the prohibition. Masih ingat prohibition kemarin? Prohibition means larangan, ya. Female teachers in the USA couldn't get married or go out with men. Ini sebenarnya dua kalimat ya. The first sentence is female teachers in the USA couldn't get married, or female teachers in the USA couldn't go out with men. Jadi ada dua kalimat, kita jadikan satu. Nah, so this one is prohibition, ya, larangan. Female teachers itu tidak bisa menikah atau tidak bisa dating ya, kencan atau keluar dengan laki-laki. And then here, on the other hand, sebaliknya, male teachers could get married and have children without any problem, tanpa ada masalah ya. Si guru laki-laki nggak perlu keluar dari pekerjaan, tetap bisa menjadi guru dan dia bisa menikah dan bisa punya anak. Very unfair ya. Untung kita tidak berada di zaman 19th century ya. Banyak sekali diskriminasi. And here, let's take a look at the next law. In 18th century England, people had to pay window tax for each window in their house. However, this law was eventually changed because many poor people chose to live in houses without windows just so that they didn't have to pay. Nah, jadi kalau kalian lihat di film-film ya, atau mungkin di internet, you can see many buildings in the United Kingdom, in England, with no windows. Jadi ada gedung-gedung tanpa windows, jendela ya. Nah, usually the picture is like this. Jadi seperti ada lubang, tapi dia tertutup, nggak ada jendelanya. Nah, it turns out there was a history behind this ya. Ternyata ada historinya. In the 18th century, abad ke-18, ternyata orang itu harus bayar apa di sini? Window tax. Ada yang tahu bahasa Indonesianya tax?
Pajak.
Pajak, yes. They had to pay tax for their window. Jadi kalau mau punya window, punya jendela, mereka harus bayar pajak. Semakin banyak jendela yang mereka miliki di rumah mereka, berarti pajak mereka semakin tinggi. Oke, this doesn't make any sense ya. Tidak masuk akal sebenarnya peraturannya ya. However, this law was changed. Akhirnya aturan ini berubah. Why? Kenapa? Many people, especially those from the poor community yang miskin ya, they chose to live in the houses without windows. Jadi akhirnya orang-orang yang nggak punya uang, yang miskin, mereka lebih memilih hidup di rumah tanpa jendela biar mereka tidak membayar pajak. Makanya banyak gedung-gedung di United Kingdom seperti ini. Jadi ada rumah tapi jendelanya itu tertutup biar mereka tidak membayar pajak. Nah, so here we have a rule or a law related to the windows in the England. Yeah, so here we have obligation. People had to pay window tax for each window in their house. Masih ingat ya, kemarin waktu kita membahas obligation, kita bisa pakai must atau bisa pakai had to. Jadi untuk hal yang necessary dan unnecessary ya. Nah, for something necessary or obligation we can use must or have to. Bedanya kalau must itu faktornya ada di dalam diri kita sendiri. Tapi kalau have to berarti faktor eksternal. Biasanya ada aturan yang mengatur. Nah, this one is true. This obligation is because there was a law in the United Kingdom. Ada aturannya, ada how do you say it? Ada hukumnya ya. Jadi mereka harus bayar window tax, pajak untuk jendela. Nah, ini faktor eksternal. So that's why here instead of must you use have to. And because of the context is in the past, karena konteksnya lampau, maka have to kita jadikan lampau menjadi had to. People had to pay window tax for each window in their house. Next, let's see this reading text ya. In the times of Peter the Great in Russia, noblemen weren't allowed to wear beards. If they wanted to keep their beards, they had to pay a special tax to the Tsar's government. Nah, this is also very strange or bizarre law in the past ya. Jadi aturan yang sungguh-sungguh sangat aneh di masa lalu. This one is in Russia. Kita baca bareng-bareng lagi. Ini masa kekaisaran siapa di sini? Peter ya. Peter the Great in Russia. Okay. Can you find the sentence in the text which show you the permission in the past? Okay. Kata kuncinya adalah permission in the past. Something which is allowed or not allowed to. Permitted or not permitted. Okay. Bisa kalian cari di satu kalimat yang ada di kalimat di paragraf ini? Something which was permitted or not permitted in the past.
Not permitted.
Yang not permitted itu yang mana? Kita cari di kalimatnya.
Weren't allowed to.
Okay, good. Kita baca bareng-bareng ya, satu kalimat lengkap. Noblemen weren't allowed to wear beards. Jadi orang ini ya, what is it? Nobleman in bahasa Indonesia. Orang-orang status atau kasta atas ya. In bahasa Indonesia you say priayi. Nah, priayi. They were not allowed to wear beards. Mereka tidak boleh memanjangkan apa? Memanjangkan beards. What is beards in bahasa Indonesia?
Janggut.
Yes, jenggot ya. Oke. Noblemen were not allowed to wear beards. Jadi priayi ini nggak boleh memanjangkan beards. Okay, that's the something which was not allowed or which was not permitted. Sebenarnya di teks ini ada juga obligation, ya. Kalau mereka tetap mau memelihara jenggot, maka obligation apa yang harus mereka penuhi? Ada yang tahu? Cari di paragraf ini, please find the obligation in the past.
Yang kalimat terakhir, Miss.
Okay, good. The last sentence. They had to pay a special tax to the SARS government. Mereka harus bayar apa? Pajak kepada pemerintah. Jadi kalau mereka tetap mau memelihara jenggot, ya berarti mereka harus bayar pajak. So here actually we have two language features ya. Yang pertama adalah tentang permission ya. Not permitted untuk kalimat negatifnya. Yang pertama, noblemen were not allowed to wear beards. Kalimat yang kedua untuk obligation. They had to pay a special tax to the SARS government. Next. Let's talk about another law or rules in the USA in the past. It is in the 18th century ya, abad ke-18, tahun 1880, sekitar tahun 1880. In the Midwest of the USA in the 1880s, you were not allowed to eat ice cream soda on Sunday. Restaurant owners solved this problem by serving ice cream without soda, which became known as a sundae or a sundae. Nah, kalau kalian pernah dengar kata sundae ini ya, ini kan jenis es krim. Ini ternyata ada historinya. Di sekitar tahun 1880, mereka itu dilarang untuk makan apa? Ice cream soda. Di hari apa? Di hari Minggu. Nah, restaurant owners, pemilik restoran itu memecahkan masalah ini dengan hanya memberikan es krim yang tidak mengandung soda. Namanya adalah sundae. Nah, ini. Di paragraf ini kita bisa lihat ada satu kalimat yang menunjukkan prohibition, that you are not allowed to do something. Kalian dilarang atau tidak diperbolehkan untuk melakukan sesuatu. Coba yang mana? What was prohibited? Cari satu kalimat.
The Midwest of the USA.
And then continue.
You were not allowed to eat ice cream soda on Sunday.
Yes, good. Kalimatnya adalah you were not allowed to eat ice cream soda on Sunday. Good. Ini prohibition ya. Tidak diperbolehkan untuk makan es krim soda di hari Minggu. Nah, this one is some vocabularies that you have in the text ya. Ini ada beberapa vocab yang kalian punya di teks tadi ya. Ada kata resign. Resign means mundur dari pekerjaan. Berarti how do you say it in bahasa Indonesia? Keluar dari pekerjaan ya. So to give up a job or position. Okay. And then window tax. A property tax based on the number of windows in a house. Pajak properti ya. Yang dihitung berdasarkan jumlah window di rumah. And then nobleman, nobleman is a man who belongs to the noble class, priayi, kasta tinggi ya. And then beard is the growth hair on the chin, jenggot ya. Nah, now let's focus on the modal verbs. Tadi dari beberapa paragraf yang kita baca, kita menemukan ada 3 modal verbs. Yang pertama adalah had to, yang kedua adalah could, yang ketiga adalah be allowed to. Nah, as a citizen of a society or a community, we have obligations and permissions, whether they are in the past or in the present. Karena kita hidup di komunitas ya, di lingkungan sosial, biasanya kita punya obligation, jadi keharusan atau aturan yang harus kita taati, ataupun juga permission, ada hal-hal yang mengatur apa yang diperbolehkan atau diizinkan untuk dilakukan dan apa yang tidak. So here in the context of past, we have this paragraph. Let's check it out together. When I was a primary student, I had to wear a uniform every day. I had to join a ceremony every Monday morning. I could wear shorts and was allowed to bring my own lunch. Nah, dari kalimat ini kita lihat konteks kalimatnya dulu. Let's see the first sentence or the adverb of time. Kita cek keterangan waktunya. When I was a primary student, ketika kita masih siswa di sekolah dasar ya, misalnya SD ya. So it is in the past. Now let's see what obligation and permission did you have in the past. Kita lihat kalimat pertama, I had to wear a uniform every day. Ada bentuk modal had to, bentuk lampau dari have to. If you say I had to wear a uniform every day, that means you have no other choice. It was obligatory. Kalian tidak punya pilihan lain, harus mengenakan seragam setiap hari. It was obligatory. Jadi wajib, keharusan. It's necessary. Terus kalau kita tidak melakukannya bagaimana? Ya pasti ada konsekuensinya. Kita akan mendapatkan hukuman ya. So this comes from the external factor. Ada faktor eksternal, misalnya peraturan di sekolah yang mengatakan bahwa kalian harus mengenakan uniform. So that's why you say I had to wear a uniform every day. Next one. I had to join a ceremony every Monday. The same. I had to. Ada necessary. Keharusan, wajib. Saya harus ikut upacara di hari Senin. Kalau enggak ikut apa? Ada hukumannya, ya. So that means you had no other choice. Enggak punya pilihan lain selain melakukan atau selain mengikuti upacara di hari Senin, because it was obligatory. Sudah wajib, sudah ada aturan di sekolah. Next one. I could wear shorts. Nah, kita lihat di sini. I could wear shorts. So this is a permission. The school gave you permission for you to wear shorts. Jadi ada izin dari sekolah bagi kalian untuk mengenakan celana pendek, ya. So it was possible to do that. Mungkin kita diperbolehkan, memungkinkan bagi kita untuk melakukan hal tersebut. I could wear shorts. And the same for the second one, I was allowed to bring my own lunch. Jadi saya diperbolehkan untuk membawa bekal makan siang. Kalau nggak bawa, ya nggak apa-apa, nggak ada hukuman. So this is only a permission. Sekolah memperbolehkan kalian untuk membawa makan sendiri. The school gave you permission to do that. So that's the difference between obligation and permission. For obligation, you have no other choice. Nggak ada pilihan lain. But for permission, so it is okay for you to do that. It was possible for you to do that because there is permission. Karena ada izin. Next one. Now let's take a closer look on the pattern. Kita lihat di pola kalimatnya. Remember, we talk about obligation and permission in the past. Jadi modal yang kita pakai hanya ada 3. Had to, atau could, atau be allowed to. For positive sentence, we can use had to for obligation, or could and allowed to for past permission. But remember, if you want to use allowed to, you have to take a look at the subject, whether the subject is singular or plural. Ya, he, she, it, I, was, they, we, you, were. What about for negative? For negative sentence, change had to into negative. You make it into didn't have to, ya. Jadi bentuk negatifnya ada di kata ini, didn't. Karena sudah pakai did, maka bentuk had kita balik lagi ke bentuk present have. Didn't have to. What about for past permission? Gampang, tinggal tambahkan not. Kalau singkat bisa menjadi couldn't, wasn't allowed to, or were not allowed to. Atau kalau disingkat, weren't allowed to. Ya. Nah, remember, if you use these modal verbs, all of them must be followed by bare infinitive or base form. Jadi semuanya hanya bisa diikuti oleh bare infinitive or base form. Kata kerja bentuk pertama tanpa tambahan apa-apa. No ing, no s or es, no d or ed. Let's see the example. Kita lihat contohnya ya. For positive sentence, kita lihat contoh yang I had to join. Verb 1. She could join. He could join. It was allowed to join. What about for plural? You had to join. We had to join. They had to join. Kalau pakai could untuk permission misalnya, you could join. They could join. Apapun subjeknya, untuk could semuanya diikuti oleh verb 1. And then for allowed to, kita lihat karena subjeknya adalah plural, maka to be yang dipakai adalah were. You were allowed to join, we were allowed to join, and they were allowed to join. Negative sentence, gampang. Had to tinggal diganti didn't have to, could jadi couldn't, allowed to bisa 2, wasn't allowed to, or weren't allowed to. Okay, wait a second. This one is mistyping. Ini kurang bentuk negatifnya ya. Nah, this one is incorrect. Didn't have to. Nah, I'm so sorry. Nanti revisi materinya saya share lagi ke Sophie ya. Nah, this one is for negative. Untuk bentuk negatif, jangan lupa had to diganti menjadi didn't have to. You didn't have to join. Kalau could, langsung ganti couldn't. We couldn't join. Kalau allowed to, ingat subjeknya you, we, dan they. To be-nya memakai were. Menjadi they weren't allowed to. You weren't allowed to. Nah, let's see here the examples. Ini adalah contohnya ya. Past obligation kita pakai had to. Misalnya, in Roman times, people had to pay taxes to Rome and gladiators had to fight in the arena. Nah, ini pada zaman Romawi ya. People had to pay taxes. Orang-orang harus bayar pajak. And then the gladiators had to fight in the arena. Jadi para gladiators harus bertarung di arena. And then in the Stone Age, people had to wash in the rivers and lakes. Why? Because there was no toilet or bathroom in the past ya. Nggak ada toilet di masa lalu, jadi pada zaman batu, people had to wash in the rivers or lakes. Next, this is the example of past permission atau bisa juga possibility ya, kemungkinan. You use could or be allowed to. For example, many years ago, you could smoke in the cinemas. But now it is banned. Nah, kita ngomongin aturan di masa lalu. Kalau di masa lalu ternyata kita boleh merokok di bioskop, tapi sekarang sudah tidak bisa ya. Visitors are allowed to use the parking lot. Nah, Ini present sebenarnya ya. I'm so sorry. Kalau ini present berarti kalau mau diubah jadi past. Wait a second, tadi di mana ya? Nah, ini. We talk about past permission ya. Berarti ini to be-nya salah, bukan are tapi harus diganti menjadi apa? Ada yang tahu? We talk. Oke, yes, kita ganti jadi were. Kemudian di sini ada is allowed to, is kita ganti jadi apa biar konteksnya lampau?
Was.
Yes, very good. Was. Okay. So visitors were allowed to use the parking lot. He was allowed to marry that poor girl. Nah, another one. Nah, ini adalah past prohibition, larangan. Boleh pakai couldn't atau be not allowed to. Berarti wasn't allowed to atau weren't allowed to. Kita lihat contohnya. In Spain, before Franco died, people couldn't say what they wanted. Nah, ternyata di Spanyol orang-orang itu tidak bisa ngomong apapun yang mereka mau, ya. Jadi kalau kritis sedikit, mereka pasti akan dihukum. So this is the prohibition in the past, ya. Before the law was changed, my cousin was not allowed to visit Britain without a visa. My cousin was not allowed to visit Britain without visa. Jadi tidak diperbolehkan untuk masuk ke wilayah Inggris tanpa visa. Berarti sekarang mungkin bisa ya. And then the last one, in Britain after 1930, only women under 30 years of age were not allowed to vote. Nah, ini di Inggris zaman tahun 1930 ke atas ya. Setelah tahun 1930, hanya perempuan di bawah 30 tahun yang tidak diperbolehkan untuk mengikuti pemilu. Nah, women under 30 years of age were not allowed to vote. Now, this one is prohibition in the past. Next. Now, there are some idioms using the word law and rule. Karena kita berbicara tentang rules and freedom ya. Kita berbicara tentang aturan. Nah, there are some idioms using these two words. Pakai kata law dan rule. For example, in trouble with the law. Misalnya, saya bilang, Farida is in trouble with the law. Now, she is in the police office. Nah, she is doing investigation. Nah, so if you have in trouble with the law, maksudnya adalah kalian sedang ditanyai oleh polisi karena kalian sudah melakukan sesuatu yang ilegal atau sudah melakukan tindakan kriminal. Kita lihat contohnya, the suspect has been in trouble with the law. Jadi suspek itu tersangka ya, tersangkanya itu sedang ditanyai oleh polisi, sedang diinvestigasi oleh polisi. Nah, that's the meaning of in trouble with the law. Next, above the law. Nah, di atas aturan. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya adalah someone doesn't have to obey the laws that apply to someone else. Jadi seperti ada hak yang dimiliki oleh seseorang di mana dia diperbolehkan atau bisa untuk melanggar aturan. Misalnya raja ya. Nah, misalnya kalau raja itu kalau dia melanggar ya that's okay. Nah, misalnya seperti itu. So sometimes elected officials violate regulation because they think they are above the law. Jadi mereka merasa mereka itu tidak bisa disentuh oleh hukum. Makanya mereka melanggar aturan. That's the meaning of above the law. Nah, above the law itu artinya tidak tersentuh oleh hukum. And then bend the law or bend the rules. Nah, kalau kalian translate satu-satu, bend itu artinya kan membengkokkan. Nah, membengkokkan hukum atau membengkokkan aturan. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya adalah kalian melanggar aturan yang tidak begitu berbahaya atau tidak begitu penting. To change the rules in a way that it is considered to be not important or not harmful. Jadi melanggar aturan karena aturan itu tidak terlalu penting. Misalnya, can you bend the rules a little? I was only a few minutes late. Bisa nggak, Miss? Dilanggar sedikit aturannya. Saya kan cuma telat beberapa menit saja. Nah, this is the meaning of bend the law or bend the rules. Melanggar aturan. Next is freedom of maneuver. Freedom of maneuver means the space and ability to make changes to something. Misalnya, hurry up. We don't have much freedom of maneuver in our schedule. Jadi freedom of maneuver itu artinya kemampuan kalian untuk mengubah sesuatu. Nah, that's freedom of maneuver. Ayo cepat, kita nggak punya kemampuan atau kita nggak punya kapasitas untuk mengganti atau melakukan perubahan di jadwal kita. Nah, that's the meaning of freedom of maneuver, mengganti atau mengubah sesuatu. Now, that's the idioms. After that, okay, let's check your understanding. We're going to have a practice. Okay, this is the practice. How many questions here? Oh, wait a second. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 2 questions. And then for 1 sentence, you have 2. Okay, so here you have 2 sentences. Your job is to complete the sentences with the modal verbs provided in the bracket. Silahkan pakai modal verbs yang ada di bracket. Were not allowed to, or must, or had to. Untuk kalimat selanjutnya, but we bla bla bla. It is the negative one ya. Mustn't, or were allowed to, or didn't have to. The same with number 2. Silahkan lengkapi kalimatnya dengan menggunakan modal verbs yang ada di dalam kurung. Could, had to, and should. Yang kedua, bentuk negatifnya didn't have to, or is not allowed to, or must. Okay, I give you 10 minutes for doing that. Saya beri waktu 10 menit, cukup sekali ya, untuk nomor 1 dan 2. You can start now. Okay, finish for number 1 and number 2. I guess you have finished it ya. Oke, kita cek bareng-bareng number 1. In the past. Nah, ini konteksnya lampau ya. In the past, we bla 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 wear a tie at school. Jawabannya yang apa nomor 1?
Had to.
Yes, good. It is obligation in the past ya. And then, oh wait a second, ini kok nggak keluar-keluar, nggak muncul-muncul. Oke, nah let's just continue. But, nah ingat-ingat kalau ada kata but itu untuk menunjukkan pertentangan ya. But we bla 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 take it off in hot weather. Tapi kita bla 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 melepaskannya saat cuacanya sedang panas. Is it mustn't, were allowed to, or didn't have to? Yang mana jawabannya?
Were allowed to.
Yes, very good. The answer is were allowed to. Yang jelas antara were allowed to dan didn't have to ya. Karena must not itu konteksnya untuk present. But we were allowed to take it off in hot weather. What about number 2? Several years ago, people blah 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 smoke in almost all public building in British. Kira-kira nomor 2 ini mengenai permission atau obligation? What is it about? Apakah ini tentang
Permission.
Yes, very good. This one is about permission. Berarti gampang. Had to bisa jadi jawabannya enggak? Apakah mungkin had to jadi jawaban?
Tidak.
Nggak mungkin, karena ini obligation. Gampang banget jawabannya, apakah could atau should?
Could.
Could, yes. And then the last one, but now it bla 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 do that. Ini konteksnya now, jadi present ya. Berarti mungkin nggak kalau jawabannya adalah didn't have to? Bisa nggak kalau didn't have to jadi jawaban? Nggak mungkin ya, karena didn't have to itu untuk obligation, kemudian konteksnya juga past. Oke, so it is between is not allowed to atau must. Yang mana jawabannya gampang?
Is not allowed to.
Yes. Is not allowed to. Very good. Wait a second. Saya kok nggak bisa ini ya, share-nya itu. Oke, wait. Wait. Okay, now one more. Kalau yang ini kita kerjain bareng-bareng. So here, fill in the blanks with the appropriate modal verbs in the box. Kita punya didn't have to, was allowed to, kemudian had to, dan weren't allowed to. Oke. Kita lihat kalimat yang pertama. 70 years ago in Britain, anyone blah 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 drive a car on the open road without taking a driving test. Nah, konteksnya 70 tahun yang lalu. Mereka bla 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 mengendarai mobil di jalanan tanpa memiliki SIM. Nah, kira-kira ini yang kalimat 3 part 1 adalah tentang permission atau obligation?
Obligation.
Obligation atau permission? Coba kita baca dulu, baca baik-baik. anyone blah 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 drive a car on the open road without taking a driving test. Jadi orang di Inggris bla 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 mengendarai mobil di jalanan tanpa memiliki surat izin mengendara, tanpa memiliki SIM. Apakah ini tentang obligation atau permission? Harus atau boleh? Yes, this one is permission. Yang ini permission ya. Jawabannya yang mana? Apakah didn't have to atau was allowed to? Had to atau weren't allowed to. Gampang ya. Kalau permission berarti di antara dua ini. Was allowed to dan weren't allowed to. Yang mana jawabannya?
Was allowed to.
Yes, good. Jawabannya was allowed to. Kemudian people blah 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 take a test until 1935 when the first practical road test was introduced. Jadi orang-orang itu bla 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 ikut tes sampai tahun 1935. Nah, tahun 1935 ini adalah tahun pertama ketika tes berkendara di mobil itu berkendara di jalan itu dikenalkan. Kira-kira yang mana jawabannya? Apakah ini tentang obligation atau permission yang di sini?
Obligation.
Obligation. Anything else? Ada yang lain? Obligation? Oke. Kalau obligation, kira-kira obligation yang positif atau negatif di sini?
Negatif.
Yes, negative. Good. So people didn't have to take a test until 1935. Kemudian from 1996, the driving test was changed. And drivers, bla bla bla, take theoretical test as well. Jadi tes untuk berkendara itu diubah, nggak cuman prakteknya saja, tapi juga mereka bla 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 mengambil yang tes teori. Gampang ya, berarti ini adalah tentang obligation. Berarti jawabannya yang mana?
Had to.
Yes, jawabannya adalah yang had to. So that's it. This is what we have learned in this meeting ya. Jadi fokus kita di sini untuk rules and freedom adalah tentang membicarakan, kita belajar mengenai strange laws in the past ya, aturan-aturan aneh yang terjadi di masa lalu. And we study about the modal verbs for obligation and permission in the past. Kita fokus ke modal verbs untuk obligation dan permission in the past. Oke, sekarang sebelum kita tutup meeting kita, coba diingat-ingat lagi untuk past obligation, obligation in the past. Model apa yang kita pakai untuk bentuk positif? Yes, had to. Good. What about for permission in the past? Oke, permission in the past. Kita pakai dua modal. Modal yang pertama adalah, ada yang ingat? Yes, modal yang pertama adalah could. Modal kedua apa?
Be allowed to.
Was allowed.
Yes, be allowed to. Sekarang saya kasih subjeknya. Kalian tentukan pakai was allowed to atau were allowed to. Subjeknya adalah Vina.
Was allowed to.
Was allowed to. The subject is Vina and Ayu.
Were allowed to.
Were allowed to. Good. The subject is I.
Was allowed.
Was allowed to. Very good, Salsa. What about if the subject is you?
Were allowed.
Were allowed.
Yes, you were allowed to. Okay, then I guess that's it for today's meeting. For next week, another teacher or another lecturer is going to teach you on Monday on your schedule ya, 12:50 up to 2:30. Kalau tidak salah hari Senin 12:50 sampai 14:30 ya, Sophie. Nanti sambil dicek lagi. The lecturer is Miss Indah. So later on every Monday you're going to have a class with Miss Indah, and on Wednesday you're going to have a class with me ya. So that's it I guess. Presensinya sepertinya sudah saya masukkan di Skalsa. Nanti bisa sambil ngisi presensi untuk meeting 4 ya. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me in this Zoom meeting, and I will see you next Wednesday. Goodbye.
Bye, Miss.
Thank you,
Miss.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Anytime.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Bye.